welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite opening sequences to Christmas movies. Yes, I've done opening scenes before to films, and the person who joined me for that is going to be joining me for this top 10 list. Before I get to him, I have to explain this top 10 list when I talk about opening scenes to Christmas films. I don't count opening credits. This is just the actual opening scenes themselves. Yes, opening credits is awesome and all, but this is mostly just opening sequences. But yes, let's get to my guest. You all know who he is, Ryan.
What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole here. Merry Christmas to everybody. Back on JayVaters channel, doing the top 10 opening scenes to Christmas movies. Jay, thanks again for having me. I love doing Christmas movies. I love watching Christmas movies, and I'm excited to talk about opening scenes because they set up the great Christmas movie. So I'm excited to reveal my list.
Yeah, if it comes to Christmas openings, it's so different because even some Christmas movies that I love, they might have the best openings, and some Christmas movies I don't love might have good openings and stuff. It's just because it's so rare when it comes to opening sequences to Christmas movies. But I digress. All right, we're gonna start off with Ryan. He'll do his honorable mentions. I'll do my honorable mentions. Then he'll go 10. I'll go 10. You know how top 10 lists work. So Ryan, start it off.
Okay, let's start with my honorable mentions. I have 5 honorable mentions, and they are Miracle on 34th Street, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys. Those are my 5 honorable mentions. Great opening scenes, just didn't make it on there. So, Jay, what are your honorable mentions?
This is almost top 10 first. I have no paper to wave around. This is like, the tradition is done. No, it's still around. I don't have paper with me. I don't know. I had to come with these just off the top of my head. So my honorable mentions are Elf, the opening to Elf, A Christmas Story, Muppets Christmas Carol, Christmas in Connecticut, White Christmas, The Shop Around the Corner, and Scrooged. All great opening sequences. Just give me the top 10 list. But Ryan, number 10.
One of those scenes did make my top 10 list. You'll find out what scene that is. Alright, coming in at number 10 for me is the opening to Batman Returns. I have it... It's a Christmas movie, for fuck's sake. Batman Returns. This is a great opening scene to the film because it opens with the villain perspective, kind of like The Dark Knight. We see Penguin being born and his parents fucking chuck his ass over a river pond because of how ugly he is, and I just love this opening scene. I mean, hearing Danny Elfman's score is amazing, and the way Tim Burton directed it is very dark and mysterious. Like, holy shit, this is dark. And I just love how he goes through the sewer and all that. These penguins adopt him and all that. Such a great opening scene. It is kind of credits, but I have to put this scene on here. And Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, and I love this opening, and it's one of my favorites. It's my number 10.
The opening is a biopic about my life, so... And your parents are perfect. Yeah, I hate this because that's my number 10. I was like, fuck you, Ryan. That's my number 10. Yeah, I love this movie. Actually, the ending to this movie made my top 10 favorite scenes in Christmas movies because I love the ending to the movie with Bruce saying Merry Christmas, Alfred, and stuff, and has the cat and everything, which I like that. I love the opening to this movie. It's such a weird, grotesque opening to a very disgusting character like the Penguin and stuff. It shows him as a baby and eats the puppy and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is... And he's like, under the Christmas tree. I'm like, that's the worst Christmas gift ever.
Merry Christmas.
then it shows Pee Wee Herman himself. Paul Rubens plays his dad, and that's kind of cool. The kind of Tim Burton lore right there. And yeah, his parents are just so scared and disgusted by him. He like grabs the baby and then like throw the baby over the river and stuff. And then that leads to the badass Batman opening credits, which I can't count, but yes, the yes. Yeah, and I love the score that's playing throughout the Penguin opening. That amazing Danny Elfman score is just so great. And yeah, Christmas movie and a
Oh man, this is about to be a boring list. We'll see. I don't know. Alright, great, number 10. Alright, coming in at number 9 for me is... This is one of the stop-motion animated Christmas movies. I love this opening. That's Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Claus is Coming to Town is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I really like this movie a lot. The opening scene of the movie is basically this mailman driving through, and then he sings his lovely song, so you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. It's such a great opening. I love this opening. It's so awesome, and it kind of has that feeling of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where it's just showing newspaper photos and all that, but I always love this opening. Gets me in the Christmas mood, and that's what I need for a Christmas movie, so... I love the songs in this movie, and this opening is awesome. So, Santa Claus is Coming to Town is my number 9.
Good number 9. Actually, Santa Claus is Coming to the Town. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is actually like one of my favorite Rankin Bass movies. I'm not a big Rankin Bass fan, but I do like that movie.
Don't do that ranking.
Yeah, I might do that ranking for Christmas for the Rankin Bass movies. So yeah, good pick. That's my favorite. Spoilers for a ranking, but anyways. Number 9 for me is the opening to the Polar Express.
On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound I was afraid I'd never hear. The ringing bells of Santa's sleigh.
I love the Polar Express. I think it's a very underrated motion captured animation film directed by Robert Zemeckis. Basically, it shows you this kid and how he is slowly losing his belief in Santa Claus and stuff. It has this incredible narration by Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks plays a lot of roles in this movie. He's like, I think he's Santa Claus, he's the train conductor, he's the crazy dude on the train, he's the narrator, he's the dad, he's a lot of people in this movie. But like showing this kid during the Christmas time, he has no faith left in Santa Claus and stuff, and then eventually he goes to bed. Then he hears the rattling of the train, and you finally get to see this is the Polar Express and stuff, and just it's such a cool opening, and it's a very relatable opening because all kids eventually in their lives lose faith in Santa Claus and stuff, and it's very relatable, and I think this movie is a very interesting movie. It has a cool concept about the belief structure of Santa Claus, and yeah, I like this movie, and I really like this opening sequence, so yeah, Polar Express.
Great pick, Jay. That's a phenomenal pick. You'll see that higher on my list. Oh, don't worry, it's on there. Alright, number 8 for me is, I think it's another Rankin Bass movie, I think, Frosty the Snowman.
Happy birthday!
Frosty the Snowman. That's my number 8. I have it on Blu-ray right here. But anyway. Frosty the Snowman is one of my favorite Rankin Bass movies. I really love this movie. And the opening scene to the movie is just this guy narrating Frosty the Snowman. And it goes right to the school. You get to see this teacher and this really bad magician in the movie. Professor, what's in this hat? Put it back. I love that character. He's so funny. And then the rabbit runs off with his hat. And then it just goes right into the Frosty the Snowman song. And I've always liked this opening just because I love Frosty the Snowman. It's one of my favorites. Happy birthday! And such a funny opening, great, the kids are laughing, and the animation's really good in this movie. The music's really good, the characters, and I love this opening. It's my number 8.
I'll say I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not a Rankin Bass fan, so I'm not a huge Rudolph or Frosty fan.
You're not gonna like my list.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I like Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I like their version of A Christmas Carol, but I'm not a Rankin Bass fan. So that ranking will be a lot of fun. So, number 8 is actually a bad movie, but I just like the opening scene. It's the opening to Jack Frost. The Michael Keaton movie. That movie is such dog shit, and the funny thing is I like it because it's so weird, and it's basically Michael Keaton and a band, and he's performing Christmas songs, and it's kind of hilariously awful, the opening, which is why I kind of love it. It's the worst. It's the wrong reason to like an opening, because it's bad, but it's hilariously bad. Seeing this band. The biggest thing I have about this opening, like, why are people seeing this band? It's like this kick-ass rock group who's singing Christmas carols, and it feels like it's a rock band for 5-year-olds, but like these grown adults with drinks are fucking loving it. Like, yeah, we got this is like label guys, like, we gotta sign these guys. I'm like, they're not even a good band. It's just so funny. I love hilariously bad things, and that opening to Jack Frost is the funniest, stupidest opening, but I fucking love it. I think it's great. Anytime I want to be in a Christmas mood, I'll watch a bullshit opening like Jack Frost. So Jack Frost is number 8 because I love hilariously bad openings. Fuck it, Jack Frost. Fuck that movie, by the way.
Did not have that scene on my list, but that's a funny scene, man. All right, coming in at number 7 for me. I'm definitely Jay's gonna have this on his list. It's A Wonderful Life.
Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
Looks like we'll have to send someone down. A lot of people asking for help for a man named George Bailey.
George Bailey. Yes, tonight's his crucial night, you're right. We'll have to send someone down immediately.
Life. One of the best openings to a Christmas movie. I love this opening scene. It's so well done. The scene with George Bailey and just these stars talking and all that. Let's help George Bailey. Man, I haven't watched this movie in a while, but I gotta rewatch it definitely for Christmas. But this opening scene is so well done. I love the structure to it. I love the characters in this movie. And it's considered one of the best Christmas movies. But yeah, this scene's awesome. It has to make my list because it's a classic. It's a classic.
Classic, alright. It's on there. Of course it's on my list. What number are we at again? Fuck, man, I'm losing track.
7.
Alright, number 7. Number 7 for me is the opening to Die Hard.
You don't like flying, do you?
What gives you that idea?
You want to know the secret to surviving air travel? After you get where you're going, take off your shoes and your socks. Then you walk around on the rug barefoot and make fists with your toes.
Fists with your toes.
I know, it sounds crazy. Trust me, I've been doing it for 9 years. Yes, sir, better than a shower and a hot cup of coffee.
Die Hard! Greatest Christmas movie ever! Woo! And the funny thing is, the opening to this movie is actually not at all action themed or even really Christmas themed. It's basically John McClane on an airplane, and you find out this most badass guy is scared of flying. He's terrified of heights. He's not good at flying. Then he meets this guy on this plane. He's like, you afraid of flying? He's like, I am. He's like, there's a trick to that. You take your socks off and make fingers with your toes. Fingers with your toes. Yes. And then he, like, when the plane lands, he finds out he has a gun and stuff. He's like, don't worry. I'm a cop. And then the opening goes Die Hard. And then he meets Argyle, his limo driver and stuff. Then he talks about his life with Argyle, how he's an LA police officer. And, oh no, he's a New York police officer in Los Angeles visiting his wife and stuff. And then Argyle starts putting on some Christmas music. He's like, can you put on some Christmas music? Hey, this is Christmas music. And it's like the most badass rap song. It's like, yeah, I love it. It's a great introduction to John McClane. It has like this fun, little lighthearted tone, and because that's not what the movie is, but it's just a cool little opening that I just love. So yeah, Die Hard, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, because it is a fucking Christmas movie.
Bring me back my detonators. Alright, you'll see that scene way higher on my list, Jay. Jeez. Alright, coming in at number 6 for me is Arthur Christmas.
First Field Elf Battalion, set.
Straighten that teddy bear, soldier.
Now.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's a ho, 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 oh. Field Elves jingle. Jingle, jingle. Drop time 18.14 seconds per household.
Christmas. I love this opening scene. The opening is so cool. These elves are like soldiers. They're delivering the presents to children. It's such a cool, creative idea for a Christmas movie. I don't have the Blu-ray yet, but I really like the way the opening scene was done. And you see Santa and all of them. I love how they have these technology things where they can test to see kids, are they nice or naughty, like 56%, 82%. That's so awesome. And I love the score too throughout this opening. It's a great way to set up this good movie. And Arthur Christmas, I haven't seen it fully yet, but watching this opening scene, it has to be on there because it's one of the most creative ways to open a Christmas movie. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have this on your list, but yeah, Arthur Christmas, it's great. Opening scene.
Of course I have on the, I have this on the list. You know why? Because it's number fucking 6. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I love Arthur Christmas. It's probably one of my favorite animated Christmas movies of all time. I love it. I think it's great. It has the British comedy, but it also has the cool, like, a stylistic Christmas feel and everything.
Saint Nicholas, because you'd be incredibly old. How do you have time to read all the letters from all the children in the world? And how many cookies and mince pies have you eaten in all of history?
I think this movie kind of opens with this little girl narrating as she's writing a Christmas letter to Santa Claus and stuff, and then Arthur himself writes a letter back to the girl named Gwen, which is the character that they're getting this bicycle to throughout the whole movie. He tells her to believe in Santa Claus and stuff, and Santa's a wonderful person. He'll get you your bike for Christmas. Then after all that stuff with the girl Gwen, the movie opens with like this spaceship, and that's like the thing they use to travel to all these people's homes and stuff, and they disguise it like it's a bunch of stars. I'm like, that's so creative. And then it shows all these elves going to all these houses and Santa Claus doing nothing. My God, this is the laziest Santa Claus I've ever seen. But yeah, the opening is so quick and they have so many jokes they throw at you. You have to watch that opening scene like 5 times because it's just so great and so fast-paced. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Everyone knows I love British comedies. Everyone knows I love fast-paced comedy. So, of course, the opening to Arthur Christmas is one of my favorites.
What, Jay? This is just getting fun. I don't know if we'll have same numbers again, but damn it. Alright, top 5. Alright, coming in at number 5 is The Polar Express, which Jay already mentioned.
Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
I love this opening. It's such a great opening. I love the Polar Express song. Da 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 da. I have it on Blu-ray. Da 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 da. Tom Hanks does everything in this movie. I totally agree. I love him as the train conductor. Why, to the North Pole, of course. It's the Polar Express. And then we get on the Polar Express, and it's just a fun adventure. And the way this movie opens up, it's very sweet. It shows you that this kid, he doesn't believe in Santa Claus, and so he wants to truly believe in him. It's such a great opening. It almost made me tear up. I love this opening. Seen Polar Express many times, and I do agree it is the most underrated Christmas movie. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Absolutely fantastic. Robert Zemeckis, this is one of his best movies, and the score is fantastic by Alan Silvestri. It's so great. I love this movie. Opening scene's amazing.
Of course we're gonna have that. Polar Express. It's amazing. So good.
Yeah.
55% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't get it. Yeah. So yeah, great pick. My number 5, Ryan fucking said it. It's a Wonderful Life. I love It's a Wonderful Life. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time, and I do not think it has the best opening scene. I think it's a very good opening scene, but it's not the best. Because, like, the effects in the movie are very dated. It's very 1940s with the stars and stuff. I feel like someone just painted a wall and just drew stars on it. But I still really like it because you get to meet the angel Clarence in his mission and what he has to help George and stuff. They're basically homaging the very ending of the film, and then the movie shows like George Bailey as a kid, and he's like, doing tobogganing and sledding, and then the opening does show George Bailey as a kid when he's sledding with all his friends, and you get to see him save his brother's life, which is like the beginning act of kindness he does throughout the whole film, because the whole film he does all these good things for all these people in this town and saved many people's lives. Like, there's a guy he works for at a store, and then he almost poisoned people and stuff, but he accidentally saved him from that. So it shows you the acts of kindness George Bailey did in the opening scene, just him as a child. And yeah, I think it's a really great, it's a very classic, iconic opening scene. So of course, It's a Wonderful Life, number 5.
Glad we have that on our list. All right. Coming in at number 4 is the last Rankin Bass film, Jay, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Here. Now, you know how Santa uses these flying reindeer to pull his sleigh. You know Dasher, and Dancer, and Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, and Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
1964. I love this opening. We got to see these like newspapers pop up on screen about this big blizzard that happened, and I love the score that goes on. And then we get introduced to the snowman in the movie, which the snowman and Elf fucking ripped off. But anyway, the snowman in this movie talks about Rudolph. Tells the story about Rudolph and Santa being skinny, and then he eats a bunch of food to get fat again, and we get to see an awesome scene of the presents and all that, but we get to see Rudolph as a young doe. Everyone picks on Rudolph. Nobody likes Rudolph, and so gets a red nose, and they make fun of him. Then Rudolph meets Clarice, and I love this opening just because how well animated it is and how much it gets me into the Christmas spirit. And this movie was the first to do it, and it's a classic in my opinion. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1964, which I have on Blu-ray. It's a great opening. It's my number 4.
Fair, but it's a good pick because, yeah. Number 4 for me. Fuck you! Number 4 for me is Gremlins.
I tried this one place. Hey, wait a minute. What's down here?
This is it.
This is your grandfather's store?
Yeah. Come on.
No wonder you gotta drag people in off the street.
Well, go ahead, mister. Look around. See if there's something you like.
Love Gremlins. Love Joe Dante. Joe Dante directing Gremlins. Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Gremlins 2 is about Gremlins is a Christmas movie because it's about these creatures taking over this town and stuff on Christmas and stuff. And the opening to Gremlins is basically, Billy's dad, basically in this like creepy like place and stuff, and all these people selling these weird things, and has this cool grim music and everything. It feels like you're almost watching a horror film and stuff. Then he goes into this store and meets like this old Asian man. He's selling all these old things, and then he hears something and he sees they're called mob boys, and that's where he finds Gizmo and stuff, and he wants to get his son Billy a Christmas gift, so sees the little Gizmo, the little teeny Gizmo. That's the most cutest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. It's so cute. And he gets Gizmo, and he gets him as a gift for Billy, and then he has to hear the rules of a mob boy. You cannot feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet and stuff, and don't let them into sunlight and everything. There's all these rules he has to follow to take care of a Mogwai, to take care of Gizmo. And I love this opening. It's the most cutest thing ever. It has this really grim atmosphere, and yeah, I love it. It's Gremlins, one of my favorite Christmas movies, one of my favorite movies. Fucking love it.
Haven't seen Gremlins, if I'm being honest. But I'll watch it. Interesting, good pick. Alright. Top 3. These are my favorite Christmas movies. Coming in at number 3 is Home Alone.
Do you know where the shampoo is full of?
Exhausted. Excuse me, miss. Are your parents here?
My parents are the
Parents? Probably a fancy orphanage.
Classic opening. Jay, if you don't have this on your list, I'm going to kill you. Anyway, Home Alone. The opening title is one of the best opening titles, probably the best opening title to a Christmas movie. John Williams score. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum. But we're not talking about the opening title. The opening scene to this and Home Alone 2 is all in the McAllister's house home. All of the McAllisters are scrambling. They're about to go on vacation. And we get to meet all the family members. And Joe Pesci is dressed as a cop. Of course, we know he's not a cop. He's a burglar. He's going to all these different houses to try to plan, all right, all these people are going on vacation, so we're going to fucking break into their houses. I love Joe Pesci in this opening scene. He's like, hey, are your parents home? No. Fancy orphanage with no parents. And then we get to see Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister, and all his freaking siblings are picking on him and all that. And you have to do everything for you, Kevin. And it's such a great opening scene with all the McAllister family. And then they order pizza, and this pizza guy comes, and of course, the iconic line, Kevin screws everything up, and then the uncle's like, look what you did, you little jerk. Man, how could you not have this opening scene on here? It's such a great opening. I love Home Alone. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. And yeah, it's my number 3, Jay.
Yes, how can we not forget, I'm living alone. I'm living alone. I love it. This house has so many people. When I grow up, I'm living alone. I'm living alone.
Buzz, we can't forget about Buzz.
Yes. Don't you knock, Flemwad. I can.
Your girlfriend.
Home Alone's the most quotable Christmas movie ever. Just so great. I wouldn't let you sleep with me if you were growing on my ass. Love it.
All right, Jay, what's your number 2?
Number 3.
Oh, your number 3.
Yes, but number 3 is I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. Love is bugger fuck shit balls. Yes, that's opening to Love Actually.
I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. I feel it in my toes, yeah. Love is all around me, and so the thing.
I'm afraid you did it again, Bill.
It's just I know the old version so well, you know.
Well, we all do. That's why we're making the new version.
Right, okay, let's go. I feel it in my fingers.
In my fingers.
I feel it in my toes.
Feel it in my toes, yeah.
Love is all around. Oh, fuck, wank, bugger, shitting, ass, head, and hole.
My favorite opening. It is my third favorite opening. It's a British romantic comedy that I absolutely fucking love. I love this movie. I watch it every Christmas season. Ryan, have you seen this yet? Ryan, oh god damn it, Ryan. He left for a second. What a bitch. Love Actually is a great romantic comedy, and I love this movie. And oh yeah, Ryan's back. Ryan?
You already finished your thoughts?
No, I was about to ask you, did you see this movie yet?
No, I haven't.
Check it out. Yeah, I'm keeping that on the recording of me just saying Ryan, and you don't listen. I'm like, you fucker, he left. What a sack of shit. How dare you abandon me? But anyways, the opening is it opens with my favorite character Bill, played by Bill Nighy, and he's this British old rock star, and he's singing a Christmas album he's making, and basically he's singing a song he already wrote, but he's just putting the spin on it on Christmas. It's supposed to be love is all around me, but he puts Christmas is all around me, which is great because that's what rock stars do. They just make their songs all over again and make them Halloween themed or Christmas themed and stuff. Very realistic depiction of the music industry, and it's a very funny scene. And like, I love Bill Nighy and stuff, and he's just so funny in the scene. He keeps fucking up every single lyric he does in this recording studio, and I love it. I think it's so freaking hilarious. And even at the end, he's like, "This is fucking shit, isn't it?" And his manager's like, "Yep, it's golden shit." And I love it. Then it introduces us to every character very quickly and stuff, like Alan Rickman's character, Liam Neeson's character, whose wife just passed away. You get to see Hugh Grant, who's the Prime Minister. You get to see all these people introduced very quickly. The movie also starts off like in an airport and everything, and it explains why people go to airports and stuff to visit loved ones and to say bye and to say hello to loved ones. It's just an all-around great Christmas feel, and yeah, Love Actually, one of my favorite openings.
See that. Alright, coming in at number 2 for me is Elf.
World.
I love Elf. This is top 2 Christmas movies for me, and the way the opening is, we get to see Buddy's adoptive elf grandfather narrating Buddy's life and all that, and we get to see all these elves working in Santa's workshop. Bum, 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 bum. Such a great opening. I love the score to the movie, and Jon Favreau absolutely nailed it with this movie, and we get to see just Buddy the Elf and how he grew up, and that he's a human being, a grown-ass man played by Will Ferrell in an elf costume. And it's just the funniest shit ever. And the way this opening is, and we see Buddy in the North Pole working with all these elves and all that. He's messing everything up. And one of my favorite scenes in the movie is just when the guy's like, "All right, Buddy, how many cases did you make?" "I made 85." 85? Oh my god, it's such a great open. No, Buddy, you're not a cotton-headed Niggy Muggins. Such a funny scene. I love Ed Asner as Santa Claus, the voice of Carl Fredricksen. He's great. And yeah, I love this opening. It's awesome. Elf, my number 2, baby.
I love Elf. I think it's a great movie. And the opening is very cute. I really enjoy it. Just give me the top 10 list. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my voice. Yes, my number 2 is, Ryan's got it, it's Home Alone. Home Alone's my number 2.
Do you know what? Be sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone. Did you hear me? I'm living alone. I'm living alone.
How are you kids doing, huh?
Home Alone's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's the most quotable Christmas movie you'll ever see, and it shows this. I'll put aside the opening credits because I love those opening credits, and I just love that score so much, but I can't count that. The opening scene with Joe Pesci as a police officer in the McAllister house and stuff, it's so great because you don't know Joe Pesci is the bad guy. Like, he's dressed as a police officer, but you don't know he's actually the villain. He's Harry, and he's basically scoping people's houses dressed as a police officer to find out if anyone is going to be away for the holidays. He's going door to door to find out if any of these people are going to be away for the holidays, and he wants to know their like security systems and stuff. Just shows you what a brilliant criminal Harry really is. Even though that's completely against the law, dressing up like a police officer, but Just shows you what a mastermind criminal Harry is. Dressing up as a cop, going door to door to see if everyone's gone for the holidays and stuff. You can't have Marv doing that because he's a moron, but still. You also get to see the whole McAllister family. There's just so many people in this house, and honestly, that's very much Christmas, because when it's the holiday season, everyone's over, families are over, it's all crazy and nuts and shit, and everyone's complaining and yelling, and no one's happy. That's Christmas for you. And you get to introduce to Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McAllister, and he's just a really awesome kid. You do feel bad for, like, he can't sleep in his own room, he has to sleep in the attic with Fuller, he wets the bed. And you get introduced to, like, Uncle Frank, who's an absolute piece of shit, and an absolute cheapskate. Like, he doesn't pay for nothing, that guy. And, yeah, I love it. This is just such a horrible opening. Come on, I'm living alone! I'm living alone! I love it. And basically he just wants his family to disappear because everyone's just so rude to him. His sisters, his brothers, they're all just so mean. Kevin, you're such a disease. Shut up. All Kevin wants is a cheese pizza. Like, come on, cut the kid some slack. But yeah, I love Home Alone, and I love that opening. Number 2.
All right, coming in at number 1, I've saved it best for last. That is Die Hard. Best opening to a Christmas movie ever. And what you mentioned earlier, Jay, about Die Hard is that it's not a typical Christmas movie opening. We see one of the greatest action movie heroes of all time, John McClane, in an airplane, and he's afraid of flying and all that, and it sets the tone for the movie right away. Once John McClane lands in LA to go visit his wife, who's at work at the Nakatomi Plaza, and he says at the end, like you said earlier with the gun, don't worry, I'm a cop. And then it shows the opening logo, and the score is amazing. And then Argyle, the taxi driver, they're great dynamics, they're great conversations back and forth. I definitely could tell Dopender is an influence off of Argyle from Die Hard. And it's like, can we put on some Christmas music? And he's like, yeah, this is Christmas music. And then we get to see the Nakatomi Plaza, which is a big, intimidating tower, this big tower. And on Christmas Eve party night, some 12 terrorists fucking break in. Hans Gruber, one of the greatest movie villains of all time, played by Alan Rickman, rest in peace. Die Hard is the best opening to a Christmas movie, and the debate is over, guys. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and it's fucking awesome. Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Love that opening. Yeah, Die Hard's like one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made. Like, it's just a fact. It is. All right. Number 1. What I think is the best Christmas opening is an opening that has nothing to do with Christmas. Nothing at all. It actually has something to do. It's not Die Hard, because I had Die Hard on what was it, number 5? But yes, this is another one that's debatable. Like, is it a Christmas movie? Is it another kind of movie? Come on, boys and girls, don't you want to see something strange? Come and see, this is our town of Halloween.
See something strange. Come with us and you will see. It's our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins screaming and get up. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat. Tell your neighbors how you die. It's our town. Everybody scream in this town of Halloween.
Yeah, I love this opening. It's one of the greatest musical numbers ever in a fucking animated film. I am the cloud honey under your bread. Teeth brown sharp and eyes glowing red. I love this opening. Even though it's a Halloween opening, it's a Christmas movie, so it fucking counts. And yeah, nothing screams Christmas like a Halloween opening. And yeah, it's a Christmas movie because it's called The Nightmare Before Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie. Some people are like, oh, it's more a Halloween movie. I'm like, It's both. That's the point. It's both. And this opening is one of the greatest openings to any animated film, so I kind of had to put it on here because it's a Christmas movie, and even though it's got nothing to do with Christmas, the opening, it's a straight Halloween song, but it's the most badass musical number. I fucking love that song. And it's introduced to the Pumpkin King of Jack Skellington. He, like, rises out of the water when they're all, like, basically worshiping him and stuff, and then basically you find out he doesn't want to be worshipped. He doesn't want that. He's bored. He's sick of Halloween and stuff, and basically, he just goes and he just kind of sulks, and he's like, I'm kind of sick of this holiday. Then eventually, when he walks into a forest, he finds a door, a Christmas door, and he goes into Christmas land. And then it's the spark he's been waiting for. He wants something different. He wants a different holiday, and he wants to take over Christmas and stuff. And he thinks he's doing good, but he's actually doing a lot bad stuff. But then that's his arc in the movie, that he knows he's doing bad. And yeah, I love this movie. It's my all-time favorite Christmas animated film, and I think This Is Halloween is one of the, not only like the best opening to a Christmas movie, but it's just one of the greatest animated openings. It's, go on, This Is Halloween, number one. Alright, let's end it off. So yeah, that was our top 10 Christmas opening sequences. As of now, when I'm doing this, I just thought of another one. Instead of Jack Frost as a joke answer, I probably should have put the opening to Black Christmas.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Me, right? So yeah, Ryan, thanks for joining me for this, and tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, thank you, Jay, for inviting me, as always. You guys can find me on YouTube. You know where I am, Ryan O'Toole, O''T''OOLE. I do movie reviews. I do trailer reactions, not a lot. I do Blu-ray videos, Rotten or Fresh. Hopefully you start that back up in January. That fun, awesome show Jay's been on multiple times. I have Twitter as well, Ryan O'Toole MR. Facebook, Ryan O'Toole Movies. I also have a Stardust as well. Go check me out there. Jay, thanks again for having me, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone. Also, in the comment section below, please tell me what are you guys' favorite opening sequences to Christmas movies. Let me know in that comment section below. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video. Okay, let's try this again. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.
Dark side!